morning and a daily
These
ritual
children to
begins.
theirs,
For the young and the old,
and
this railway
Ganesh
track
Shinde
is their
to
equivalent
his.
of a bathroom.
Cleaning up
It's a
human
one-sided
waste
network
and
with toilets
दुनिया
are
का
few
गंद
and far between.
हर कौन सा गंद
Close to
होगा
the
जो
tracks, around
हम
500 houses make up this slum cluster, and there's not a single toilet in sight. Anjali has been living here for the past 25 years. She's always had to go out in the open and takes me with her.
This is India, a hugely impressive country, a global powerhouse, an economic wonder, and the world's most populous country. They also have a lot of problems too. One of these is sanitation. So, many people in India defecate outdoors. It's estimated that at least 500 million people, which is approaching half of the entire population, defecates outside at least sometimes. And that's a massive problem. Not to mention all of the other problems that it has. It's not a very well internally integrated country. It has a lot of problems transporting things from place to place. Population density increases the chance of the spread of disease, which especially doesn't help during this coronavirus pandemic. There are a lot of problems, and they really need to get sorted out.
अभी देखिए अब यहाँ पे 2-4 जन संडास कर रहे हैं और दिन भर में ऐसे ही बैठते हुए कम से कम नहीं तो 1000-1200 लोग आते हैं। न उनको रात दिखती न उनको दिन दिखता है। मतलब 24 hours.
There is a lot of good news. The march of progress is very fast in India. The economy is growing at an exponential rate. People are being lifted out of poverty by the hundreds of thousands every month. It's an amazing country, and it's a beautiful story, really, about what a nation can accomplish when it begins to really focus its resources in the right areas. They've extended toilets to hundreds of millions more people in the country, ensuring that people have safe access to sanitation and so that they can defecate without fear of getting a disease or giving a disease. All of that is extremely heartening, and without a doubt, it's a right step in the direction. I mean, if you are taking a crap on the side of the road, it's not good for your self-esteem. It's certainly not good for anybody else. And I don't think you like looking at it, and I don't think anybody likes looking at you doing it. So anything moving away from that, I consider really good.
Often considered a cultural issue, sadly, open-air defecation is nothing new here.
There is also a lot of room for improvement. India has a lot of problems, as I mentioned multiple times so far, and sanitation is maybe one of their biggest. The truth is that India is more in line with the birth rate and the level of sanitation and infant mortality rate as the European nations were about 100 years ago, about the turn of the century. It's really important to remember that India is a relatively new country on the world stage, and it is already doing far better than many of its contemporaries from the ex-British Empire. It's quite possible, actually, it's certainly true that there is a great deal of corruption in India, and it is really crippling their efforts to alleviate their innumerable problems. And of course, every country has innumerable problems. India is on a fast track to success, and we're already seeing that. But that's not the point. The point is that there is a lot of basic work that needs to be done so that they can hit the bare minimum of sanitation, of healthcare, and of everything else so that they can be truly competitive on the world stage and be up to our modern standards. Now, don't get the wrong idea. India is, by all measures, making huge strides in the forward direction, and it is incredibly impressive. Any citizen of that country has a lot of reason to be very proud. They have made huge progress in the civil and social sectors, extending rights almost fully to women. but you know, they have that English common law foundation, so they'll get there. They'll get there. They've also made huge contributions to the tech sector, committing hundreds and hundreds of employees to some of the top tech firms on earth, like Microsoft and parts of Amazon and Apple. So, I mean, they are certainly, and I mean certainly, on the right path. There just remains a great deal of work to be done, and sanitation is one of those areas where it should be highlighted, because that is a basic human right. You should not have to go crap in the street or on the rail track or anything like that. You have a right to privately defecate or pee, you know. So I just thought I should highlight that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. The amount of support I got on the last video was absolutely unprecedented. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Anyway, please like and subscribe if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more. Dislike it if you didn't like it, and I really hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.
ఎందుకిలా నా కర్మ దారిపోయింది